Welcome to the channel. There once was a man who went 84 days without catching a fish. He was so desperate that he decided to go on one last battle with the sea. What he didn't know was that this one last battle would define his entire life. Will he become a legendary hero, or will he drown in defeat? Let's find out. Our story begins with Santiago, an old fisherman who had gone 84 days without catching a single fish. People began to forget his name, and those who had fished with him long ago cautioned the young ones about him. They said that Santiago was too proud to seek help, but also too stubborn to listen to advice. The truth was that Santiago was heartbroken. He used to be the best fisherman in town, but now no one wanted him on their boat. Determined to prove everyone wrong, Santiago decided to set off on his own. Early one morning, he stepped into his small boat and sailed far out into the sea. For 3 days, he battled the waves, the wind, and the sun, but still, he did not catch a single fish. On the third day, as he prepared to return home empty-handed once again, Santiago felt a sharp tug on his line. At first, he thought it was just another one of those stupid seagulls trying to steal his bait. But then he saw the flash of silver scales beneath the waves. Whatever it was big and it was strong. The strongest fish Santiago had ever seen. And so began the longest battle of Santiago's life. For days, he struggled to reel in his catch. His muscles ached and his hands bled. But as each day passed, he grew stronger and more determined. Finally, after a week of battling the fish, Santiago began to tire. He knew he couldn't hold on much longer. But just as he was about to give up, he felt the fish breach the surface of the water. And in that moment, Santiago found the strength he needed to pull the fish onto the boat. He had never been so happy in his life. He quickly unhooked the fish and tied it to the boat. Then he sat back and admired his prize. It was the biggest, most beautiful fish he had ever caught. But Santiago knew that his troubles were not over yet. He still had to get the fish back to shore. As he started the long journey home, sharks began to appear. At first, they were just shadows beneath the boat, but soon they were everywhere. Dozens of sharks, hundreds of sharks, all drawn to the smell of blood and the promise of easy prey. Santiago fought them off with a harpoon, but there were just too many. They tore the fish to pieces, leaving only the skeleton. When Santiago finally reached shore, he had nothing to show for his week-long battle. All he had was a pile of bones. The townspeople gathered around him, expecting to see a hero. Instead, they saw an old, broken man. Santiago had lost his battle with the sharks, and there was nothing anyone could do to help him. Or so they thought. You see, Santiago may have lost his battle with the sharks, but he had won his battle with the marlin. He had proven to himself that he was still a good fisherman, that he was still worthy of respect, and that's all that mattered. From that day on, Santiago was no longer the old, disgraced fisherman. He was Santiago, the man who had battled the marlin. And though his body was old and his hands were scarred, his spirit was young and his heart was whole. The end. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe so you never miss an upload. Until next time,